My name's Jeff Singerlant, and I help coaches transition to a full-time business. I've been doing this for 20 years, and today I want to help you approach a cold market because it can be scary sometimes. But when we want to get out of our warm market, if we feel like we've exhausted our warm market, and we don't know how to approach people, what to say, how to get a better response, we want to do it respectfully. We want it to feel non-yucky, and we want a result. That's the biggest thing. There's something I call an observational approach. I work with this in all my clients, help them with the specific language, work through it case by case. I want to show you how to do it briefly right here. An observational approach is essentially checking out and looking at observations around what people have online. So social media is fantastic for understanding information about people. They post personal things, they post professional things, they post interests and likes and things that they do, dinner they ate last night, places they've gone, etc. And so when we find a company, a group, an organization, a person that we want to connect with, we can observe, or said differently, we can listen to what they're saying, but it's not actually the spoken word, right? It's looking at a picture, it's looking at their likes, their interests. It's a company's mission statement on a website, what they value, what we intuit that they value from what they post. They value friends, family, relaxation, work ethic, discipline, whatever it might be. And so from those observations, we can make an approach, right? So think about it like this. When you're at a party or you're meeting new people, and when you meet with someone, you ask simple questions. What do you do? Where are you from? Anything like that. And when do you hit it off with somebody? What happens when you actually hit it off? Well, typically what happens is you find something in common. You went to the same school. You're from the same city. You have a common interest, a common hobby, a common thing at work, a common career path. You have the same type of a pet. You love dogs, whatever it be. And even though this is all business, those of you that are in the corporate space or whatever, or you're finding this information on LinkedIn and you're feeling like, oh, well, this is business and this is corporate and I have to, be professional and stuff like that. These are people. Just because it's an organization or whatever, these are people who have lives, who have interests. So now you hit it off. Right? So essentially, you're finding something, and you can approach based on that. And so an example of this might be is you might look and you find someone has post pictures of their yellow lab, and you might go on there and you might be like, hey, so and so, hope all's well. I was taking a look I found your profile on LinkedIn, and I noticed that you work for company X. And then I was looking a little bit more into your social profile, or you could be funny. You could say, I was LinkedIn stalking you, LOL. And I happened to come across, some pictures that you put on there of your yellow lab, or I found your personal profile on Facebook, and I saw that you have pictures of yellow lab, and I couldn't help but, fall in love with your dog. I used to have a yellow lab years ago. We had to put him down, but it's one of the best dogs I've ever had. Listen, the reason I'm reaching out is because I noticed that you work for X company or Y company, and I've been looking to do some work with that company for a while. I'm wondering if you might be open for a conversation about what I do in this space, right? You can give a little bit more detail, but it's finding some commonalities where you can approach upon, and that's what we're looking for. Is it's a way of taking a cold market and a cold relationship and making it warm through what you're observing. If you notice someone they could like Seinfeld, like you like Seinfeld. They go to Lake Winnipesaukee, or maybe it's just on their website, it's something that they value, either through intuiting about what they post or write, or it's actually on a company's mission statement, etc. Right? And so now it's more along the lines of, hey, my name's Jeff, and I do a lot of work within X space. I was looking on your company's website and reading some of, the mission statement, etc. And I noticed there's a lot of values in there around value A, value B, value C. I really hold those true to what I do with my business and some of my approaches. And so I thought I felt compelled to reach out because I feel like there'd be some common interest, or I feel like I might be able to help you guys within your company. Right. So find something where you can connect with, open a conversation that way, and see where it takes you. If this sounds of interest to you and you want to find out more how you can do this within your own business, and you feel like it might be valuable for me to help you with some of this stuff, consider working with me as your mentor coach. Visit sellingcoaching.com and fill out the form at the bottom of the Work With Me page. I'll reach back out to you. We can create a relaxed conversation and decide where to go from there. Hope this has been helpful for you. And the best thing you can do right now is go find some people so you can start to make a warm approach based on observations.